As we start the fellowship in the very first year, we are a lot like just being a good teacher and our actions in the classroom good enough for the students. So I think even my entire first year went on, am I a good teacher? But the only problem that started arising is like I didn't know if me being a good teacher was even helping my students. Like towards the end of the year, I had just one level growth, and then I'm like, how did this happen? Like usually people see growth and they are able to put down the exact action steps of what did they do, what are the actions, and for me it was just like, I don't know, I did 100 things, I don't know what this, where this growth came from, or there were a lot of things that I wanted to happen and it didn't happen, and then I was like, I did so many things, like why is it not happening? Like I feel I'm working hard, I'm learning each day, but that went into a realization of it was a lot of just being a good teacher and not letting your actions as a teacher translate to student outcomes, and that's when I started thinking of what should I be doing. In the second year I moved into an FA role, and there was a session on just a lot of like better planning, reflection and all of that, and a lot of us just went back, but for me that was something I was looking for, and I just went back that day and I created my own journal, which was planning based on looking at like the lesson vision had a lot of focus on student mastery, student outcomes. What am I looking for in each class in terms of value, access, exposure, or it's just student mastery? What percentage of mastery I'm looking at? How do I judge if I've got that mastery? So I used to put down everything before the lesson, and that's how I designed my template. And just for me to understand what actions of mine are leading to the mastery or not, or what's happening in classroom, I had a reflection note as well attached. So this is a book, I printed like 2-3 books, and one was lying because I didn't use it, so it's just left where I have like one page of just planning and the next page is reflection immediately. And reflection comes a lot, like I had made a rubric for my own actions, so it has a rubric, it has the bright spots, what enabled that, it has the pain points and like some limiting things for the lesson, and then it has the entire student outcomes that I would put down, the analysis of that for the lesson, and then a few questions. Was it an integrated lesson? Do I feel that I achieved my outcomes? How did I do it? Were the students engaged? Why or why not? So it was a complete like reflection for the lesson, which definitely I can't do every day, but if today I feel that I'm not understanding what happened in 1 hour of my lesson, let me go back, use the reflection, and when the co-teacher or someone else is teaching, let me just reflect and see, so that it helps me better. What shifted is one, a lot of clarity in just my own actions and every action that I was taking, how is it translating to student outcomes. A lot of self-reflection. Again, if today mastery was not met, I was aware of it and I knew how to come back and change it for my class, and then again I could see those shifts. So today if mastery is 50%, the next day if I've repeated the lesson in a different way, I know that I've collected mastery, it's turned to 90%, and then it gives me an idea of what made that shift and how can I take it over. So I saw a lot of just awareness, reflection. Students, very importantly, I think I took this to my students also, and I was like, you can come take my planning notebook every day and you can see how I plan, reflect. And that's when it went to students starting to plan and just understanding the importance of planning, or how is it helping me as a teacher. So a lot of those shifts happened, and definitely in terms of mastery, if I have to be like, how do I know it? One, just based on my clarity, which was not there. Second, I think a lot of student mastery shifted through this planning reflection journal, which I was able to do. So I think that, and I think it's become a part of me, and today as an individual also, I look at just a lot of planning, reflection, how can I do it myself? No one has to tell me like, Daff, at the end of the month, let's come together, have a check-in and reflect. I'm still working on, at the end of the week, how can I set up a template for myself to come back and reflect and know how I am doing. So it's become a very important need for me now. Like I need to plan at the beginning of the week, I need to reflect at the end of the week. So that also shifted for me through this journal. That's what I want to share. Thank you.